OFPG Voices is brought to you by the following sponsors. Board and Dice designs and publishes family and strategy board games. Two of their most recent releases are Talatum and Terracotta Army. They have recently launched their ally program to lend support to underrepresented voices in the hobby. World Series of Board Gaming in Las Vegas, September 24th to the 28th. It has 16 different games to compete in, an open gaming library, and a grand prize of $25,000. So there's something for you if you're a casual gamer or a competitive one. For tickets, check out WSBGVegas.com. Use referral code OFPG23 for a $40 discount off the Stay and Play or Quadruple Ring event packages. Hi everybody, I'm Starla.
I'm Mick.
And we are
Our Family Plays Games. Voices, yeah.
And welcome back to another episode.
Yeah, and another week.
Another week.
Yes. Of hearing some great, voices. Mm-hmm. And I'm so excited. I'm excited.
I am too.
Yes, I am.
And we are still celebrating Black History Month.
Yes, we are.
Yes,
we are. And I love your segments. Love them.
Thank you so much.
Always learning something.
Yeah.
Always learning something.
You're never too old to learn something new.
That is true. And especially about Black history, which is American history. Like you always say.
Yes,
like you always press. It's American history. Yes. And I think we need to know about that American history.
I agree.
Yes, so I'm excited.
Yeah. This week, we have Fortessa Elise. And she just wants to encourage designers to not give up.
Yes.
Stay focused on the end goal.
Yes. Because your game might be the one.
It might be the one.
Your game might be the one. Yes.
And then after her, we're going to have Maurice Andrews Jr.
Okay.
And this week, he is going to talk about one of his favorite games.
Really?
That's not Marvel Champions.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
He's going to talk about Chronicles of Crime.
Yes.
And last but not least, we have Luis Martinez from LAMF Games.
Always with the funny.
Yes,
he come with always with the funny. Yeah.
And he's going to honor Black History Month.
Okay.
With a game called Trekking Through History.
It's a lot of people that like that game. Yes, I'm eager to see what he's going to say.
So that's our lineup for this week.
All right. Now, before we start, we got to hear from the lady here about her Good Human segment. Let's do it.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another segment of Good Humans. This week, in honor of Black History Month, we're going to focus on the saying, Black history is American history. Now, the narrative of Black people in the U.S. reveal who we are as a country, our difficult past, our painstaking movements towards justice, and our persistent racial wounds that we refuse to heal. The omission of this narrative is not only harmful for Black people, it is harmful and dangerous for all people living in America. Without a common foundational understanding of our nation's racial history and the physical, cultural, educational, technological, and artistic contributions of Black Americans, we cannot possibly begin to step progressively into a future of racial reconciliation. We must never forget that Black history truly is American history. The achievements of Black Americans have contributed to our nation's greatness. I encourage all Americans, all humans, to take the time during this month and throughout the year to reflect upon the many contributions Black Americans have made in this country. And as we always say, our goal here at OFPG Voices is to make this world a better place, one board gamer at a time.
Hello, my name is Fortessa Elise, and happy Black History Month. Also, in honor of February and the spirit of love that I feel in this month, I want to share with you a message of love and encouragement for your game design journey. As you are going down your path of game design, there may come a time where you come across a game which is echoing something that you see in your own. Maybe it has a similar name, perhaps it has a similar theme, or even a similar game mechanic. This can happen, because as much as we are creating something new, we are still creating from things and experiences that we have shared. And so there's likely to be some overlap. This message is to tell you that when you see that, don't be discouraged. Do not let that take the wind from your sails as you work on your game. There is more than enough room for your game to exist, even if you see something similar. And it's important to know that your game is not just this skeleton that you've created of, this is the thing that I want, and this is the name for it, and this is the mechanic that I want in it. That's just like a skeleton. But your end game will be a culmination of your skeleton and everyone who has contributed to your game. Every person that plays your game is contributing to your game in some way. They're giving you ideas, they're giving you feedback, and that's helping you trim and shape and mold your game into something new. And so it doesn't matter if you and another person start with a similar skeleton, because you are filling that game with entirely different feedback and thoughts that you're getting from different sets of people. And that culmination is what creates your game, which can look entirely different from how it does at the beginning of the process. Even if you get further down in the process and you see something and feel that there's overlap, you can make it different. Just playtesting makes it different. When people say, oh, this reminds me of such and so game, it can be very easy to get frustrated, and sometimes for good reason. But I like to use those as an opportunity to then research that game to make sure that I'm different, or see how they solved a similar problem I was having in that game, and then see if it can apply to the game that I am currently making. This is a learning process. It's from experience, and it doesn't matter if people compare it. That's just human nature. They're going to be like, oh, this reminds me of such and so. A compliment, really. And this is an opportunity for you to write that down. Check it out. Why did it remind them of that? Was it a positive association, a negative? Use everything as a learning moment. When you finish with your game, it will be the sum of your experiences. And that is unique. Whenever you see what movies released back to back to back, didn't we get like 50 Pinocchios in the span of 3 years? But people went and saw all different kinds, right? There was a place for every Pinocchio, and each one had its own different take and different flavor. And that's the same thing that happens with anything creative. There are just going to be these moments where people swarm to a certain thing, a different theme or a name, whatever. They're swarming to this thing, but everyone has a different perspective and take on these things, and the people they encounter just mixes that up even further. So, all I want you to take away from today's episode is love yourself, love the time that you put into your game, and trust that the people who have helped you and joined you on your journey also put something special into your game just by giving you time and feedback. What you are creating is worth it. And I hope that you keep on your journey and you keep that motivation. All right. Bye. See you next time.
Hey everybody, this is Maurice Andrews back again with another video on OFPG Voices. I appreciate y'all for having me. Today I get to present one of my favorite series of all time, and that is the Chronicles of Crime Millennium series. So if you're not familiar with Chronicles of Crime, it's a game where you play with an app. I know that that's a kind of a taboo word, but hear your boy out. You're an investigator or a detective that's going through solving cases. More times than not, there are whodunits with murder mysteries, or sometimes somebody lost something or something was stolen from them and you have to figure out who stole it. And I think that for an app game, this is one of the more streamlined versions and intuitive systems that you have that's super easy to teach, super easy to play, and it takes minimal to no time to both set up and put away, which has become an issue over the past couple of years in board gaming. But yeah, you go through and you solve some murders, and as you can see with some of the character cards, they have the QR code on there. So if you need to talk to him, you will scan his QR code, and if there's a a clue that you have, you can scan him and then scan the clue, and he'll let you know what he know about it. And there's different locations that are in the game as well, and as you can see, there's some slots if there's people within that location, and you go around solving mysteries until or I guess gaining clues and talking to different people till you can figure out who did it. And I think that this game is amazing. If you haven't played Chronicles of Crime before, I highly recommend either playing the first installment of the game or getting 1900. I think that 1900 is the closest in terms of the system that is within the game, that's closest to the original, so that you can get kind of a bare bones understanding of how the game plays. Each of the different games come with about 4 to 5 cases, but the Chronicles of a Crime community will make cases, so you have a ton that you're getting out of these games, and they normally run between 30 to 40 bucks. The collector's edition, you probably will be looking at closer to 100 between the 3 games and the collector's box, because all 3 games fit inside the box, which works out amazingly. But for anybody who have played this game and watched this video, please leave comments below for people that are interested about the game, or how much you enjoyed it and what you loved about it, because I think apps are here to stay, and I think that this is one of the better implementations of an app within the board game. But that's what I have for today. Thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all have a wonderful day.
Hello, mi familia. This is Slamp Games, a board game publishing company in the making, and it's February, so I want to teach you how to play one of the latest games to my collection, so you too can celebrate Black History Month on your game night. And this game is Trekking Through History by Underdog Games. Slamp Games Trekking Through History is a time traveling game where you go into the past and get experience points by visiting events and meeting people. You will have 3 days to get the most amount of experience points by the end of the game. Each day, of course, is comprised by 12 hours, but you're a time traveler, so sometimes you can use your time crystals to discount the hours that you have used during that turn. Each player will have a different pocket watch that it will move around the 12 hours. And after you get to the 12th hour, you are done for that round or that day. Now, the people and events that you meet in the past do give you experience points, but they also cost time. So then you will move your pocket watch accordingly. So you really want to balance that out, because the cards that give the most points, they also cost the most amount of time. So you don't want to get to the end too quickly and don't get enough cards during that round. Now, each person will have a different itinerary, and that itinerary will be able to be filled up by different experiences. Some people and some events that you meet in the past will give you person experience, event experience, innovation experience, progress experience, time crystals, and WoW experience, which can be used as any of the other experiences. Now going black. Now going back to Black History Month, you can go in the past to meet Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King. Now going beyond the United States, you can meet Nelson Mandela, Mansa Musa, Wangari Maathai, Toussaint Louverture, and there's a ton of people of color that you can meet in the past in all over the world. Some itineraries might give you some time crystals or points as you start filling them up. And also, if you fill some of them in a horizontal way, they might give you also points. Then after all the players arrive to the 12th hour of each day, then the next phase or the next day will begin, and then you get rid of the cards that are on the player map, you get rid of all the experience points that you had on your itinerary, you change it for a new itinerary, and then you start the next day. And then you start the next day. There you go. And it's a very strategic game because you will get more points by the amount of cards or experiences that you got on each different travel. but each time you travel back in time is a different travel. So you really can only move forward once you go back, unless you want to start a whole new trip. Honestly, when I first saw the game, I thought it might be a little complicated, especially because you're traveling through time and space. And the box is kind of big, but then I saw that the how to play videos were like 10 minutes, and I was like, oh, I can do this. And then I played it, and it was super easy. So yeah, you should definitely try it out. The art is really great, and yeah, that's Trekking Through History by Underdog Games, and I really hope you try it. It's a really fun game, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye. Time travel. Trekking Through History.
Another great show.
Another one.
Another one.
Yes, yes. You know, Fortessa just keeps coming with some good wisdom.
She does.
You know, I love that she just keeps coming, and she's a great example for this month as
She
a
is.
African American female designer doing her thing.
Just showing
Doing
the
her
designers what can be done,
Yes,
what you can
yes,
achieve.
yes.
Yeah.
And I just I'm proud of her,
I am too.
and I just love what she's doing.
Me
Keep on
too.
doing it, Fortessa. Keep
Yes.
on doing it. And you know, Maurice, I need him to go back to Marvel Champions so I can see some
No,
stuff.
I was happy that he did something different.
Yeah, you know, Chronicles of Crime
Yeah.
is a series that I would like to go into, but you know what? It's co-op.
Oh well.
See there?
Oh,
Can't
well.
you know? You know what I'm dealing with, y'all, family. You know what I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with. And you know, Trekking Through History, a lot of our contributors really like that game.
And we don't have.
We don't have. We need to
We
check
need
it out.
Yeah, we need that.
Definitely
one.
gotta check it out. Being
Yeah.
time travelers going through stuff, we
And
gotta
I
check it out.
love the artwork.
Yes, the artwork
It's
is really
so
cool.
beautiful.
Yes, we
Yeah.
definitely need to look into, you know, getting it and put it on the table.
I totally agree.
Definitely. Great job from all of our
Yes.
contributors. Great job.
And
Love
we
it.
want to thank our awesome sponsors,
Yes.
Board and Dice,
Yes.
and the World Series of Board Gaming.
Yes. I love them.
Me too.
Love them. Now, Starla, what about some merch?
Merch.
You know, we got all merch on and stuff. What about
Yeah.
our merch?
Well, if you're looking for a shirt for Our Family Plays Games,
Yes.
our OFPG Voices,
Yes.
check us out on Spring.
Yes, please do. Now, our next episode is March 8th, 2023, so come on and check that out. But Starla, you know that on our other episode, our regular Sunday episode, y'all need to be watching that. Now, you said that we got to get 30,000 subscribers for this channel.
Yes.
You laid the gauntlet down.
That's right.
So, how can they find us?
Well, if you're looking for Our Family Plays Games,
Yes.
or OFPG Voices,
Yes.
you can find us on Facebook,
Yes.
Instagram,
Uh-huh.
Twitter,
Yes.
and right here on YouTube.
Yes. Family, thank you so much for coming out and checking us out and checking out these beautiful voices. Thank you so much. Now, if you have any questions or comments, you know, just come on, you know, share them so we can talk about it in the comments below because we love hearing from you. But family, there's always one thing, and one thing we want you to always know. We love you.
Bye
now.
everybody.